Welcome to this fourth module on CG modeling. This module presents and describes a model of open economy with government. The model builds up on the previous model of closed economy with government by opening the economy to the rest of the world. The modeling of the external trade consists in determining the rules that govern the trade-off between selling to the local market or selling to the foreign market for producers, and the trade-off between buying domestic products or buying foreign products for consumers. This is an additional layer to producers and consumers' decision making. Producers' decision is extended to include the trade-off between selling to the domestic market or selling to the foreign market. Total supply excess of tradable goods and services, TR, is now partially sold to the foreign market or exports, EX, in blue color here, or partially sold to the local market, DS, in green color here. The constant elasticity of transformation, CET, is used to specify this trade-off with parameters A, the scale parameter, beta, the share parameter, and rho, the parameter related to the elasticity of transformation. The producer's profit maximization problem determines the supply to foreign market or export, EX, and the supply to local market, DS. The supply to foreign market, EX, relative to the supply to domestic market, DS, is determined by three elements. The first element is the shares, the initial share of foreign market relative to the initial share of local markets. These are structural constraints. The second element is the elasticity of transformation, which measures the sensitivity of the ratio of supplies to the ratio of prices. The third element is the prices, relative prices. The price paid on the foreign market relative to the price paid on the local market. As producers sell their goods and services partially to the local market at price P and partially to the foreign market at price PE, the unit value PL of each sold product is an average weighted price. Local price P is weighted by the share of local sale DS of the total supply XS, and the foreign price PE weighted by the share of foreign sales EX of the total supply XS. Consumers' decision is also extended to include the trade-off between buying domestic products or buying foreign products. Total purchased Q of a tradable goods and services TR now partially includes foreign products or imports in blue color, and partially includes locally produced goods and services, DD, in green color. A constant elasticity of substitution, CES, is used to specify this trade-off, which parameters A, the scale parameter, beta, share parameter, and rho, a parameter related to the elasticity of substitution. Consumers' expenditure minimization problem determines the demand for foreign product or import, IM, and the demand for locally produced goods and services, DD. The demand for foreign product, IM, relative to the demand for locally produced product, DD, is determined by three elements. The first element is the shares, the initial share of foreign product relative to the initial share of locally produced product. Those shares are structural constraints in the equation here. Then you have the second element is the relative prices. The price paid for the foreign product relative to the price paid for the locally produced products. The third element is the elasticity of substitution, which measures the sensitivity of the ratio of demands to the ratio of prices. As consumers purchase partially local products at price PD and partially foreign product at price PM, the unit value PC of each purchased product is an average weighted price. Local price PD is weighted by the share of local purchased DD in aggregate demand Q. And the foreign price PM is also weighted by the share of foreign purchased IM in aggregate demand Q. The aggregate demand sums up the demand for household final consumption, the demand for intermediate consumption, and the demand for investment.